You do not need to adjust your screen if you're looking at this picture. I have literally tried to fix it to where it looked a little bit better. I don't know if the lighting was bad or if there's some other issues going on. But before I get too disrespectful about that particular picture, just keep in mind that this person did something very, very bad to this baby right here, okay? So let me give you a quick disclaimer before we get started. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. All right, let's go back to that picture and let me do something real quick here. Let me bring this picture up on the screen. I want you guys to see this because I'm just like, I don't know if the police were just messing with this woman, but this was her actual mugshot. I want you guys to look at this. She literally, what can I say that won't get me flagged? I don't know what terminology I can use. Like, she looks like a mask bandit. Like, she literally looks like she just got discovered from hiding out from slavery times. Well, ma'am, slavery has been over for a little while now, so, you know, I'm pretty sure you were hiding in the back of a barn somewhere with a face like that. I just don't understand. If you just use a little soap, a little antibacterial regimen will keep your skin nice and clean. It won't be so discolored and my God, that is just a bad looking picture. She's a bad mom. Don't feel bad that I'm talking about people who hurt kids. I'm getting this story from lauracrime.com, so thank you so much for the article. So here's what is going on. New details have emerged as investigators pore over the circumstances that led to the 7-year-old girl that you guys saw on my screen, which is this baby. Her name is Alivia Hobbs Jordan, with such a beautiful, pretty smile. That is such a beautiful little baby. 7-year-old girl was abandoned in an Atlanta area closet for so long that this child's body became mummified. So if you read that in the title, you're just like, how many of these stories are we going to do? And they all sound, doesn't it sound like we're constantly like repeating ourselves every story, every time you guys come to a video? You're just like, damn, another one? Really? And if people don't want to be parents, here's what you'd have to ask. I don't want to talk about their mental condition. I don't want to talk about what they were going through personally, or that their boyfriend was abusive to them and they were in love. I don't care about any of that at all. Because having children ultimately is the mother's choice. If she doesn't want to have kids, she doesn't have to. She's not forced to. I think everybody can agree to that. There is no force involved in that. Having sex is voluntary. Having sex with no condoms is voluntary. Having sex with no contraceptives is involuntary. Having sex with no plan B is voluntary. I said involuntary, but I meant voluntary, right? All of these things that lead up to having a child is voluntary, even to the point of keeping the child in your possession, because, you know, they have safe haven laws where you can actually give up custody and you are no longer responsible even for child support of this child if the state takes custody of these kids. You have all of these options, and then you still do stupid shit like this. Let me give you guys some more details about this story. Not only did Make This Go Viral TV talk about this also, but Illicit Deeds as well. So I got to give a shout out to Illicit Deeds also. Give both of you ladies a huge, huge shout out. Alondra Hobbs, 27 years old, the mother, she's old enough, stands accused of felony murder and cruelty in the second degree over the death of her daughter, Alivia Hobbs Jordan. She was arrested and charged in late June, a spokesperson for the DeKalb County Police Department told Laura Crime. In a recent series of interviews with local media outlets, neighbors suggested that the defendant long had something sad on her mind. Earlier this year, Hobbs expressed a desire to kill herself. One unidentified neighbor told the news. I wonder if she actually, instead of telling the news, why didn't she tell the police? Tell other family members. Tell somebody, hell. Earlier this year, Hobbs had expressed a desire to kill herself. Everybody was like, why would you want to kill yourself? She said, she never said, the neighbor told the TV station, but she never let you into her apartment. And while several other neighbors had previously said they never saw the young girl, the neighbor who recalled the defendant's alleged suicidal tendencies said that they did see Alivia Hobbs Jordan a few times, but then the mother began offering excuses for her absence. So there were already huge red flags right there, which got ignored. She used to tell us that other people got her, like on the dad's side, or like her family, she'll be like the daddy side of the family has her. The line about the girl's father watching over her was allegedly repeated to family members as well. We had no clue, according to the aunt, and I'll let you guys hear her interview. The baby was supposed to be with the dad's mom in Albany. That's what she kept telling us, but she was here staying with my sister. She was staying in the back with a guy. Let me read that again. The baby was supposed to be with the dad's mom in Albany. That's what she kept telling us, but she was here staying with my sister. She was staying in the back with a guy. That sounds like a conscious decision. So she knows what penis is, she knows what sex is, and she knows the value of that, but then acts like she doesn't know the value of when you deal with a man sexually, that it could create a child, and then you have to deal with that as well. Can we get a hashtag babies for benefits? Which is an AFC hashtag, by the way. Instead, investigators now allege in 2 warrants, Hobbs put her daughter, who had autism, in a stroller, shut her in the closet. This baby cannot defend herself nor speak for herself. Left her in a closet with no intention of returning. Even though she had autism, but that was my baby, you know. I would have never thought my daughter would do something like this, according to Hobbs' mother by the name of Tammy, who was previously identified in her maiden name, as Matthew said earlier this week. The little girl was discovered on June 25th. This was a matter of weeks ago, after a macabre call. I don't know what that is. Let me look that up. Macabre. Oh, wow. Disturbing and horrifying because of the involvement with or depiction of death or injury. Macabre. I've never heard of that. Learn something new every day. The girl was discovered on June 25th after a macabre call from a disconnected cell phone indicated a dead child had been found inside of a closet in an apartment in Decatur, Georgia. Police allege that she was likely placed in the closet sometime between February the 28th and June the 25th. And I'm led to believe it was probably closer to February because of what ended up happening. I'm going to give you that detail again. One man told the news that he was the one who made the discovery, choosing to remain nameless. She looked like a real mummy, M-U-M-M-Y. The child's body had mummified. It had been left there so long. That's why I tend to believe that it probably was around the time of February. You could tell it was a young girl by what she had on and by her hair. According to the anonymous man, he happened upon the scene around 4 p.m. on June 25th and saw the door to the apartment wide open. Then as he got closer, he said he noticed an awful stench. And this is the part where I don't understand how nobody else knew what was going on. So there were other people living in this place that are acting like they didn't smell anything. The neighbors apparently are reporting that they didn't smell anything, but when the door was open, they said that it was an awful stench, and there is nothing like the smell of death. That is a very, very distinctive smell, and it is extremely bad. It's damn near impossible to not notice that. But let's keep going. The man went inside to investigate, finding the lights off, all the furniture still in its place, with objects strewn about the countertops as if somebody left in a hurry. Investigating further, the man told the news that he noticed another open door. Then he said he saw a human arm hanging out of the closet. I had to stand there for like a minute or two before I realized what it was. It was a dead child. Robinson has tried to find some reasons less nefarious than the alleged murder by her sister as the cause of what happened at Hidden Valley Apartments Unit 29. Alivia wasn't supposed to be in no closet. This is according to their interview. She deserved to live longer than what she did. What really happened? Because maybe she had something going on. Maybe somebody could have killed the baby, and maybe she had nothing to do with this because she was probably scared to come forward. Time out right there. Here's what I will never accept, nor will I ever understand. I know it's your sister. I know it's your family. I know that it's natural to care. But I think that something's wrong in our society. And I want to kind of see what you guys think about this. Post your comments in the comment section. Please hit that thumbs up if you guys are listening to the sound of my voice. I think there's something wrong. There is a huge disconnect when you hear people that will go out of their way to create this scenario in their head about why they believe that an adult, a parent, a caretaker didn't kill this child in this heinous way when it happens all the time. And then you notice they don't even put the child at the forefront of their thoughts. I think it's something wrong with people that don't put children first and just say like, hey, this person should have been taking care of this child. This person knows what happened. Arrest them, investigate, and find out after that. Straight up. I think people like this should be guilty until proven innocent. I know that's not the way that the court works, but when you are the person who is in charge of taking care of a baby, if something happens to that baby, I'm pointing the finger at you flat out. Justice should be served according to that person. They put her last name. I'm not going to read her now. Last name. I never saw a little casket. I never seen a little casket like that. A GoFundMe was set up, which I didn't realize they had a GoFundMe here. Let me get that up on here if you guys want to see the GoFundMe. Was set up by Alivia Hobbs, Jordan's grandmother, to help with the wholly unexpected funeral expenses. So let me get this up on the screen for you guys. Give me just a second. Because here's the thing. I always find it funny how we will go out of our way with excuses for why we don't have life insurance, but we're real quick to throw up a GoFundMe when somebody passes away. That's what life insurance is for. But we don't use life insurance for life insurance. So they put up a GoFundMe here. It looks like they put this up about a week ago. They're asking for $7,500 on this dead baby. They got $7,400. So it looks like they're going to reach their goal. If you guys want to donate, feel free. I just don't agree. When you have a situation like this, when it's potentially a murder investigation, don't start just sending people money. Like, I just don't like that. Plus, in a lot of cases, the state will actually pick up the burial charges for that child, for the death of that child. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. But it says that all proceeds contributed will go towards funeral expenses. It's unclear if the girl was alive when she was placed in the closet. Police have yet to reveal her exact cause of death. On Wednesday, Hobbs appeared in court for the first time after some setbacks because the defendant was in the hospital. Her attorney, by the name of Ryan Bozart, waived the reading of the warrants. The judge overseeing the proceedings reportedly said that they could not bond and transferred the matter to a superior court. The defendant is currently detained in DeKalb County Jail. And if we get any other information, I'm sure we'll probably do a part 2 to this story. Let me give you guys the fair usage. Here we go. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. And our goal is to try to have one thumb up for everybody watching. So if you'll do me a favor, close that live chat, hit that thumbs up for us. Please share this video so more people can see it, okay? Here we go.
First tonight at 5, a 27-year-old woman accused of killing her child remains in the DeKalb County Jail tonight. Good evening, and thanks so much for being with us. I'm Jennifer Bellamy.
And I'm Faith Jesse, and this was a gruesome discovery. A man telling police that he smelled that body before he walked into that apartment complex, discovering that little girl. The mother here, Alondra Hobbs, faces multiple charges after police say she rolled her 7-year-old girl, who was strapped in a stroller, into the closet and left her to die. 11 Alive's Bobeth Yates was in court for the first appearance. Bobeth, do we have any updates tonight?
Well, Hobbs did appear in court virtually from the jail behind me. Now, during the court proceedings, the judge said they could not handle the bond hearing and transferred that part of the matter to Superior Court. But they say they will be setting a probate hearing coming up.
Alondra Denise Hobbs, come on up to the podium, please.
The DeKalb mother accused of strapping her autistic daughter in a stroller and leaving her for dead made her first appearance Wednesday.
She's charged in 2 warrants. Do you waive reading of the charges and particulars in the warrants?
We do waive the reading.
All right. Ms. Hobbs, your attorney has waived the reading of your warrants here in open court, ma'am. Do you understand what you're charged with?
I do.
7-year-old Alivia Hobbs Jordan's mummified body was discovered by a neighbor after he noticed a foul smell coming from an apartment with the door wide open. That neighbor, who asked to remain anonymous, said while the apartment was furnished, it looked abandoned and as if someone left in a hurry. Details that has Hobbs' mother in disbelief.
Even though she had autism, but that was my baby, you know. I would have never thought my daughter would do something like this. I'm really lost for words.
In a previous interview with 11 Alive, Hobbs' mother says she remains in a state of shock. Her aunt also spoke to us and says they were told Alivia was with her dad's family.
She was supposed to be with the daddy's mom at her dad's mom house. That's where Alivia is supposed to be. Alivia wasn't supposed to be in no closet.
Now, for now, Hobbs will remain here at the jail. No date has been set yet for her bond hearing or her probable cause hearing. Of course, we'll continue to follow that and bring you updates.
The family of the 7-year-old girl who was found dead in a DeKalb County apartment says they had no clue what was happening. Investigators say the body of Alivia Hobbs Jordan was decaying inside a closet.
Her mother, Alondra Hobbs, faces murder charges. Fox News' Eric Perry has reaction from shocked family members.
The aunt of Alondra Hobbs says that she thought the little girl was with her grandparents on the father's side. In fact, she says the mom had been around the family acting normal for months.
I haven't processed it. I'm still not believing this.
It's still a dream, more like a nightmare for Latrice Robinson.
My sister was saying, Latrice, you know that was Olivia they found dead in DeKalb County. And I was like, are you kidding me? So I really couldn't believe that.
Latrice Robinson's niece, Alondra Hobbs, faces murder charges after DeKalb police found her 7-year-old daughter, Alivia Hobbs Jordan, dead in a closet Sunday night.
When they said on the news that they found the baby with her hair combed, nice dressly, it's like, wow, that's my niece, because she does comb their hair and dress them neat.
Neighbors reported a foul odor coming from a unit at the Hidden Valley apartment complex. That's on Misty Waters Drive. They say the precious little girl had been dead for some time and body was decaying.
We had no clue. The baby was supposed to be with with the daddy's mom in Albany. That's what she kept telling us. But she was here, staying here with my sister. She was staying in the back with a guy.
Robinson says Alondra has 2 other small kids. She says Alivia has been diagnosed with autism.
The question why you didn't pick up the phone and ask for help.
Robinson said they tracked Alondra down to the Days Inn and called police. This video shows her in the back of a patrol car. DeKalb police have not released the...
I want to talk about that real quick. Let me back this up just for a second. That's her right there. They said they tracked her down to a day's end. What do you guys think that she was doing at the day's end? I think that is so ironic that she was so concerned about having a man. I don't know if she was at this day's end with her man, kicking it on the run or whatever the case is. But you know something was wrong. You knew something was wrong with your daughter. You didn't care that something was wrong with your daughter. Or the fact that you just flat out neglected her because you're just like, I'm just tired of it. Hopefully you guys catch that. I'll have to fix the audio on the replay, so just bear with it for right now. But that's her. They're walking her downstairs, and this bride was at the day's end. They had to track her down. That sounds like somebody who clearly knew that they did something wrong.
Tracked Alondra down to the day's end and called police. This video shows her in the back of a patrol car. Decaying police have not released the official cause of death for that little girl. Family members say it just doesn't make sense.
I didn't see that in her. We all have issues, but I didn't think you would do something to your kids.
At last check, police say Hobbs was still in the hospital. No word why yet, but she...
And tonight, police arrested the mother of a child whose body was found decaying, mummified, in a closet of a DeKalb County apartment. And now she's in custody. She's facing felony murder charges. We're going to get straight to 11 Alive's Brittany Kleinpeter, who has been talking with police, residents at this complex. Brittany, what are you hearing from them tonight?
We are still working to learn details about what exactly happened, but in the last few hours, we did learn the name of that child, 7-year-old Alivia Hobbs Jordan. Police tell me they arrested Alondra Hobbs last night. She's facing multiple charges, including second-degree murder. This afternoon, we went to the Hidden Valley complex off Candler Road where the child was found. We were able to see a boarded-up door with what appeared to be flowers on the doorstep. We spoke to a resident earlier this week who told us they discovered the child on Sunday after smelling a strong odor coming from the apartment and noticing that the door was wide open and the lights were on.
And for like a minute or two to just realize that what it was. It's a dead child in the closet. You know how Mummy looked? She looked like a real mummy. You can tell it was a young girl caught by what she had on.
That tipster also shared with us that inside of the apartment was filled with children's clothes and furniture and appeared as though the tenants left in a rush. We're told Alondra Hobbs is in a local hospital with an officer outside of her door, and she will be taken to jail upon her release. I did speak with a couple of her family members this afternoon, and they said they are not doing interviews right now, but told me they did appreciate me reaching out.
In closing, here's what I want to say. I think one of the saddest things is whichever person it was that came out and said that like maybe she didn't actually do this, maybe she didn't know. And I'm thinking, like, I don't understand why people try to give people like this with a situation like this an out, a potential out, as opposed to looking at this and saying, what did this baby have to go through? What did this baby do to deserve this? And I'm sure this baby didn't do this to herself. And you're talking about potentially for months. I just think that there are a lot of people out there that don't care about these children flat out. I know it's not all. I know we got some good people in my chat, good people to watch these videos, good people in society in general. But you have a ton of people, and I continue to keep presenting stories like this for people who only have these children to collect benefits off of these children. We call that hashtag babies for benefits. They don't love these children. They don't care. They're literally using them to get things like Section 8 food stamps, car vouchers. I was talking to somebody the other day. I wish she could tell me right now in the chat some of the stuff that we were talking about. And I was like, damn, I didn't realize that there are actually way more benefits that these mothers who have kids can get than I even realized. There are a ton of things that the government provides and allows them to be able to get off of these kids, including child support. Where's the biological father in this situation? No word. They won't give up custody because, like I said, they want to continue to use these kids. And this little girl was a beautiful little girl, and she deserved so much better than this. And I wished more people cared, more people asked more pertinent questions. And I wish they would have said something quite a bit earlier, potentially could have saved this little girl's life. So to this alleged mom. I hope that whatever they find out, pretty sure she's guilty. We'll do an update on this story. Pretty sure I won't have to do a retraction on that. But it's a beautiful, beautiful little girl. Young princess, Alicia, or Alivia, excuse me. R.I.P. But man, if the devil had a face, I'm pretty sure it would look like that face right there. But let me know what you guys think about this story. I know some of you guys are probably going to get offended. You don't like what I had to say. But at the end of the day, please remember to put these children first. All right? Thank you.